Hello, my friends. I'm back in the studio and I'm doing a pour, or actually, I'm going to do two. And if you have been following my work on my channel, you know that pours are not really part of my usual works. I have done it in the past. Please check out the channel I'll leave in the actually the video. I leave a link in the description below the video of the pour I did on the Ukululuki Dukduki. I don't know how to say it. And so I will do two of them on the 12 by 12s. I noticed the last number of years, square foot shows are coming more and more popular. That may be the future, I'm not sure, but I have been doing really well with 12 by 12s. And the reason may be because they are in a little bit lower price range, more affordable for people. They're small enough to fit into small hallways, even washrooms, entrance halls. And they also, if you're not from around, they're very easily to pack in your luggage or to ship, right? So I have not selected the colors yet. I know one thing, I will be doing a darker background and a lighter background. I prepped that before I add the pour. I'm going to use most likely the same colors in both because I want to use them as a set so that they match. However, there might be in different order so that the outcome will be slightly different. I checked, I have some silicone oil. I have my creme brulee torch. And I'm all set to go. Follow along. So here we have the colors. As you know, this is my favorite color, this turquoise. That will be the background, most likely just around the edge. Then we have this beautiful dark blue, the yellow, hopefully combined together, mix it a nice green. I have another green as well. I have pink, white, black and gold. I have a few drops of silicone oil already in there, so I'm gonna stir this up and pour this in the larger cup. I prepared my surface, everything is nice and level, and the rest will be on time lapse. So here you are with the first pour. Now the experienced pour artists will know the mistakes I made. I realized it too late. Number one, the turquoise was way too thick. It should be the same consistency as the other colors. When I stirred it up, I thought I had about the same thickness. I was wrong. I admit my mistake. And I don't think I used enough silicone oil. There's only a few cells over here. And so it's been a while since I done that. So that's my excuse. And the second canvas hopefully will be better. Nevertheless, I think it's an interesting color pattern. And I was planning to use a resin on top of it anyway. So that might justify my mistake, and I also will put a frame around. So we'll see by the end of the video how they turned out. Okay, so now here we have pour number 2, and I decided not to do any color around the edge. That's why I'm mixing a little bit more paint. I'm also not using the silicone oil I had. I am using a different type of silicone. That's a silicone spray. That's what I used in the past. We'll see if that makes a difference. And the colors I added now is red. And I again have some turquoise, but it's a different turquoise. And I'm gonna put it all in here. This is still from my lab days when I used to cook crystal meth. No, just kidding. Anyway, again on time lapse. So this is canvas number 2. As you can see, there's a few more cells. Still not as many cells as I had hoped, but leave some comments and let me know what you think I did wrong. I didn't want to do the flip cup pour simply because I like to have a little bit more control. That's why I went in the circular motions. Yeah, please let me know. What do you think? So 2 are done. I put them over there to be out of the way. Now we're ready for the 3rd canvas because I still have some paint left over. This time, instead of putting it in a large cup, I'm gonna pour it directly onto the canvas and then I start moving around. We'll see what effect that makes, okay? And of course, I forgot to turn on the camera, so you're just basically seeing the end of it. But like I said, I poured it directly onto the canvas. And I'm surprised, or I will be surprised, and I'm actually looking forward what this gonna look like. Alrighty, So that's number 3. So I just built the frames, I just finished, and tomorrow I will probably, I'm not sure, a light stain on it, or maybe I'll leave them. Of course the wood will be varnished, and I decided 2 of the canvases will get a gloss varnish and 1 will get a resin. So the one with the resin I have left a little bit more space up on the top here. So that the resin can be nice and thick. And that's the stain I'm gonna be using in the frame. It's just a simple black stain. Well, my friends, I finished the 3 12x12s, and let me just show them to you. That's the first one. With the simple frame. This is the first one where I noticed that I had done a little boo-boo by having the turquoise not of the same consistency as the other colors. So I had a little issue there, but it still turned out very nice. Okay, then the second one, I used a different type of silicone oil. That was the one in the spray bottle. And I used quite a bit more. For this one, the first one I used about 3 to 4 drops per color. Here are just probably the double amount. And the same simple frame. And I used the black stain on this one. And the final one, this is actually the nicest one, which I poured directly onto the canvas, so I didn't add the colors into a cup first. And what I did with the canvas, I recessed it about, I don't know, 1/4 millimeter, just enough to use the resin on here. So that's nice and hard. And what I did to avoid the sacking of the canvas, I had in the canvas or behind the canvas, I had the same thickness of pieces of wood and a piece of cardboard, and I think I used a piece of drywall as well. So this is nice and flat. And next time if I do this again, I had a little issue. The gap, I used tape to seal it off, and I had some resin run through, which made it stick to the paper, so I had a hard time to get that off, but I managed. So in the next attempt, I probably will use a silicone all the gaps. That would be much better. Okay, so that is beautiful, nice high class finish. Okay, I hope you found this little video interesting. This is normally not my style, but like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the 12x12s becoming more and more popular. And those ones are not available. They are already spoken for. And perhaps the next video will be another 12x12. I'm not sure. I have a few larger commissions on paper I might finish first. That's it for now. Be nice to each other, and we see you in my next video on Saturday. Bye bye.